Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this vest. This is my own freehand design, so let's get right into it. Love it. So I'm going to be using some of my yarn here. I'm trying to find two colors that I love. I have my measuring tape and my 8mm crochet hook. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with these two colors, and so I'm using Pound of Love and Fluffy Day yarn from Hobby. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to make my loop. I'm going to be making 23 chains. This is for like a size medium, and you want this to measure to about 10 inches. If you are a larger or smaller size, I'll show you how to get your own measurements. So really you want this to fit from like the center of your collarbone area to the outside of your shoulder. That's how wide you want it. And what I'm going to do is once I'm done, I'm going to be doing my double crochet stitch into the first chain or into the 23rd chain. Wrap that yarn around, pull through, then I'm going to wrap that yarn around again and pull through 2 loops, and then I'm going to wrap the yarn again and then pull through those last 2 loops again. And so that's the double crochet stitch. I'm going to go into the next chain and I'm also going to be doing double crochet stitch just like so. Wrap around, pull through 2, and then wrap around, pull through 2 again. I'm going to do that for the rest of the row. Once I'm at the end of the row, I'm going to turn my work around, and you can chain at one, but I usually pull the yarn and then I go right in the top of those stitches and I do my double crochet stitch once again. I'm going to show you guys this a bit slower because I was doing it a bit fast, but you're going to go in the top of that stitch just like so. Bring that yarn forward and do your double crochet stitch. You're going to do this for the rest of the row. Once you get to the end, turn your work around and repeat. Super easy. Once you get to this area, you want to make sure that it measures from your underarm just above your waistline. We're going to start to do our decreases for our arm area. So this actually was about 2 inches for myself. You might want more so that it looks proportionate for your body. But I'm going to be doing slip stitches to make my decrease on my right panel. So for our slip stitches, we poke it through the top of those stitches and then we wrap the yarn around our hook and pull it through the 1 loop. Once I have done a total of 5 slip stitches, I will be prepared to do the next step, which will be to pull the yarn just a bit like so and then go into my double crochet stitches. This will leave me to only have 18 more double crochet stitches to do for the row since we have just decreased 5. So now that I have done that, on my second row, I'm at 17 stitches. I need to go through this like loop right here. It's kind of awkward, but you just go right there and you do the 18th stitch. So now once I've done that, I have 18 stitches. I turn my work around and I repeat. I want to make this panel 8.5 inches tall on top of what we already did, and this is from my underarm area to my shoulder. So once I have done that panel, I'm going to grab my scissors and snip it off as we are fully done. And I'm going to make sure that I have done 2 of these panels. One is going to be a little bit different when you decrease. I'll write it here on the screen as to the different types of decrease methods I use for each panel. So you want this to be about 18 to 8.5 inches high, which is about your shoulders to just above your waist area. The back panel is the number of stitches of both of the front panels combined. So we did 23 chains for both front panels, so that's going to equal to 46 stitches for the back panel. The next step is to place all the pieces together, so I'm going to lay this as if it's supposed to be facing the correct way, and once my panels are facing the correct way, I'm going to turn them inside out because now we have to attach them, but we want to make sure that you can't see the seams from the outside. So I'm going to be placing 2 of my panels together, poke my crochet hook through both of the panels, grab my yarn and wrap it around my hook, pull through those panels, and then I'm going to kind of like do a chain one just to secure it. Now I'm going to be doing slip stitches through both of the panels to secure them together. And then once we do that, we're going to pull through the 1 loop just like we have been. So I'm going to do this all the way until I hit that area where we have done those 5 decreases for our underarm, because that's the only spot, or that's how high we want to attach the panels. Once I've done that, I'm going to snip that off, and then I'm going to do the other side and make sure that everything is attached. Now that I have attached the top of my panels together and everything is attached, you should have enough space for your neck area and it should just flow smoothly just like so. With my third color of yarn, I'm going to take my 6.5mm crochet hook, and I'm going to poke my crochet hook through the bottom of my underarm area of my vest. I'm going to place that yarn on my hook, I'm going to pull it through the panel, and then I'm going to chain up one to kind of secure it. And then I'm going to make single crochet stitches around the arm of the vest area so that we have a nice border finish. So I'm just going to be poking through this panel just like so, making my way around, making sure I'm not doing too many stitches close together because then it will make the border wobbly and we don't want that. And then once I've done that, I will just attach the beginning of the stitch with where I'm standing just to put everything together, and then tie that off and chop it off. And once that's done, I'm going to show you guys my method of kind of working around this piece to get it all done. So I started from the middle of my vest, went all the way to the back, all the way back to the front, and now I'm at the left panel. Now this panel is where I'm going to start adding my string. So once I've done that, I'm gonna make 50 chains. You can make 70 or longer, depends how long you want your string to be. And once I've done that, I'm going to make single crochet stitches back into these chains just to make the string a little bit more sturdier versus having it just be chains. So just like before, we're going to go into that stitch, grab that yarn and pull it in, and then wrap it around our hook and pull through 2. Once I have done that for the whole of the row, we will just be continuing on where we left off, doing our single crochet stitch around the border. So you continue on the left panel, go over to the neck area, then go over to the right panel. You want to make sure that you are going to be aligning the string on the right panel just as we did on the left panel, so that when we tie our bow in the front, everything is aligned together. Now that I'm fully done the border around my vest, I'm just going to attach the first stitch with the last stitch. You want to make sure that you're doing the other sleeve and that you're tying in those loose ends. And once all is said and done, you will have this beautiful, beautiful vest. And I'll show you once more. This is what it looks like on me. I absolutely love this vest. It is going in my closet. And thank you so much for following along. Bye! Subscribe!